Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This is a big week for us. We're looking forward to what we can achieve this week and what the vision is. Last week was tremendous. We got far more done than what we expected. But this week is the week when we start this car. In fact, we want to start this car today. So in order to start this car, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the new carbon filter on the side of it. We're going to put the wings on it, the slam panel, the radiator. We're going to start the engine and we're going to bleed the fuel system. We don't need to bleed it, but we're going to bleed the cooling system and we're going to get this car running. So what do we want by the end of this video? We want this car a running, driving, fun car that we can take on a road trip around the Mourne Mountains, around the Northern Ireland coast from County Down, Newcastle, Mourne Mountains and that. That's where we're intending to go with this car. So we're also on the phone to try and get Michelle over here, that famous 1980s Audi Quattro French lady who was a sensation, real good looking girl over here. I wonder what she's going to look like now to test drive our Citroen Saxo Open Scandal with the Michelle Mouton 4-branch manifold exhaust. So enjoy the video. We're going to put you in time lapse and we're going to work at building up the whole front of this car. eBay. $53, something like that, really good value. But can you remember what way those clips were? Can you let me know? Because we don't remember. And if they go the way that we think they need to go, they're not just that simple to put in. I mean, there's a lot of springiness, but then again, I suppose they're holding the radiator from flapping about. So we're trying to figure that out right now. So we've hit the buffers. We're not real sure what way these radiator clips go in. It looks like we need to take this radiator out again because they're just not as simple as we had hoped. And we can't remember exactly how we took them off, which is a good reason to take a video of what you were doing. And we don't have any video of what those look like, so we're back to the drawing board. So the good news is, we figured out these little clips that go in the end of the radiator. They actually come through the front here. And we didn't figure that out and it's causing us all sorts of issues, but praise the Lord, that's them in. Sharon, Sally and Sue have come to have a look at what we're doing. Right, girls? So what do you think? Look at these clips we've got.
Might work.
Might work?
Might.
Because we've none of these clips. So I have to say our new Citroen is looking super cool with this new bonnet and all on. Now we've put coolant in the system and we're at the stage now where we want to try and start it. So this is a big deal for us. Will it start? We need to bleed the system, the cooling system. So is it out of gear, look? No. Heading over. How good is that? And it sounds sweet.
You want one of them?
I think it wasn't hard to get going.
No. That one?
No. The Michelle Mouton exhaust will start to smoke a bit.
That's the other WD-40 and all.
The water pump on the water around well, it couldn't right anyway.
Moving that coolant level.
It's coming up. Sounds sweet, doesn't it?
Yeah. No coolant coming out of this pipe. There we go. There's stuff happening now. Oh,
So it's easy to bleed.
yeah, look here. Yeah, there, algae.
Yeah.
You loosen that off.
But is that a bleeder?
Yeah.
Put that on the end of it.
Good night.
Yeah. No lights. Only the airbag.
I get no bubbles out of this one.
The worst bubbles a minute ago. Yeah, there he is.
We're getting out of this one too.
Yeah, it's bubbles here still. Running pretty pure now. Can you leave it sort of half loose?
No,
Not
it has to come off.
And the engine sounds really sweet.
That's because it's got a normal exhaust on it.
Yeah. What are here? What are here? Heather! Sounds sweet. Sounds sweet. Really sweet. Just got plastic protectors in the front inner guards. Look cool, the black against the yellow as usual. It's the last time we're going to see you all in there. For a day or two, I hope. This is it. What's the clutch like? Well, we're moving. I hope Luke remembers we don't have any brakes. The brake light out. I think Michelle's going to be happy with this. Just a wee progress report on the Citroen Saxo. Car's looking amazing. In round the engine bay, and that looks cool. We fitted this strip to the bonnet. There is a soundproofing thing here, but you know, when you've got a Michelle Mouton 4-branch manifold exhaust, you don't really want to muffle out the sound, do you? So what we're going to do today is we're going to work at the door, which we've just sat on for handiness for me. I'm going to tighten it up. Then I'm going to do a bit of rewiring. Now this is not rewiring in the sense that I'm pulling the whole thing apart. I'm putting new wires in. I've took the old wiring out of the original door I'm going to put it into this car, which is super simple. I mean, the only wiring required really is the speaker. I'm going to change the speaker from the old door into this door because it's actually better, even though it's a lot older. It's actually better. So I want to push on with this car. Get the spoiler on the back. That'll impress Michelle. And get the car cleaned up. We need to get it booked into KD Classic Car Cleaning Services. And we need to hurry up because since our last video, he is just inundated. I mean, full-time cleaning cars. I mean, if you need your car cleaned and it's a classic car, why not give him a bit of business? Support people who have a passion for what you have a passion for if you have a classic car. But anyway, that's it. I'm just going to start working at the car and take some videos of what I do. So enjoy this part of the video. So I think this would be worth watching, like, you know, us drilling the holes in the back of this here to put this on. Like, I mean, if it's wrong, we need a new boot.
That'll not be wrong. Is that recording?
Yeah. We need a new tail door. Michelle, I'm happy this works like.
Is it or not?
If that hole fits, that's German precision on a French car. I mean, if this fits, this
You need to get the lug on it.
the lugs. How do you get the two lugs off? One wouldn't come out. How do you get it to come out?
Didn't? Left it on.
Alright. I can't see. Have a look about that. Must be very, very close. Like.
Send. Push it down.
Ah! No, that is. That's not Chinese precision, that's German precision. Just check it. The holes have now been drilled in the tail door. The Formula 1 style Michelle Mouton spoiler fits. The only problem is we've got some dirt, rubbish on the back of it that we need to grind off. So that's pretty cool. Our previous spoiler has plenty of windscreen bond from the last guy who had it on his red car. We're trying to figure out how to take it off without doing any damage. I tried to use a wood chisel and nearly wrote the spoiler off with slipping off it, so it's such a tight grip, that windscreen bond, isn't it? Do you think is that spoiler that going to work there? You have two blades there, kid.
Twice the cutting.
Double cut, double chop.
Even if I get the height off it.
Yeah. So that's what we're working at. Cleaning the surfaces up to get it on.
You got any sharp chisels?
Yeah, next door, my wood chisels are super sharp. So we had to drill this hole in the other side of the boot lid. The trunk lid for those Texas people from the USA. And we're going to have to try and get a rubber grommet of some description to tidy this up. I have to say, that is pretty impressive getting that off. Because it has a lot of holes in it.
Strong stuff.
That's a joinery skills for you.
Silicone. Sizzling.
That's going to sit down nice, really nice and neat now. So this is the door strip. Now on the door strip there is a badge, and we have just got a Saxo badge because this isn't the original door. However, the badge that's on the open scandal is a 3D type badge. It's not just a sticker. I mean, it's not just plain simple sticker. Somebody's wanted a lot of bother to design that. Now if anyone knows out there where we could get the correct badge for that, we'd be grateful. So I'll put it out there. So this is it. Cleaning down the mating surfaces with a bit of cellulose in it. It was, because there's two on the These are generally on the 2 bolts, I'd say. Dry, yeah?
I think so.
Not the best of a director. Leave it dry. Look at the conscious car.
Oh, we needed it.
Yeah. That's really good, yeah.
I don't know how long it keeps, like.
I think I opened one up before that I'd already used. Look through the inside what?
It's through there. Right,
What direction?
somewhere there. Got the socket? Driver.
Yeah. Should get the going for sitting on the floor of the passenger side. You want to put I probably leave it on like just to hold that knot. Touch it from one. Out, pull it out.
Nothing.
Isn't it?
Didn't fit it on there.
The face is really good.
No, it's not. It's over there.
So it's not, the hole's not handy for it.
No. The socket's too long as well.
Too long?
Yeah.
That's somebody's one way was out.
Maybe they cut up the ground and make it shorter.
Does that one start?
I don't know if it's starting straight. That's started. This one's a challenge.
Why is this one challenge?
Because this is too long.
Well, do you want to run next door to the joining shed and try to put off the end of it? Huh?
Don't know yet.
want to lose that in there. Don't want to lose the socket in there. How are you going to get that out?
Be rattling around there.
There's some red tape on the back. Michelle moved on with take to
Let it out more.
There's too much rattling in my car.
Alright, that's
Seafood play.
more. And then how this phone?
This is a momentous moment here. From the brink of scrap to get this new number plate on. Now that it has the Formula 1 boot spoiler on it. I give that a good clean with cellulose. Here she goes. Chanson d'amour, ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. That's a French bit of music, isn't it? Or Alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, gentille alouette. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Oh, it's good. That's it. Very cool. So, the long lost door. Strip. Will it fit? Is all the spuds in the right place, and the spuds were picked up in W.R. Hamilton's where they work, because most of them were broken. It's not just a matter of slamming it on like.
W.R. Hamilton ones don't pull in tight.
They don't pull in tight?
No.
So what's the answer?
Get the right ones.
So how do we get the right ones?
eBay.
Right, okay.
They're not really holding now. And they don't pull in tight.
We'll do for now till we get the right ones then.
That might fall off going down the road.
But you'll do, sit on there until we're going down the road. The one sure thing, if Michelle gets her hands on it and starts does a few tight corners, it will come off, huh? No good?
No good.
I think they actually, can you pull it off with them all?
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Right, we need to get the
Just
right,
getting the right ones.
need to get the right clips, so we'll have to try eBay to get the right clips. Right? Cool. Wonder would that take the paint off? Back one. Try the back one again. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, here. It just comes below the Michelle Mouton spoiler. Not working, look.
We're not ready yet. We're waiting.
Oh no, but that's the whole idea. Warts and all. There's a thing, I think that's working, look. I can see that thing in there. It's in there, isn't it? That thing that holds that window from falling back. If you get it up to the very top, it's actually trying to come out there. Maybe you need to put this bit in. That goes on the inside.
scissors right.
That's seated in there at the top.
No, it's not. That wee thing goes in a groove. I shouldn't be able to do this.
Right. How do you get it into that groove?
Yeah, it was.
Alright. We'll have to have a play about to get this wee thing in the correct groove of the rubber. And that was an unsuccessful attempt. Just like the door. Trim was an unsuccessful attempt.
Feels like it.
Aha.
It's a mess.
That's it. So what did you do different?
Just sort of hooked it up at the bottom.
Right. So right now, Luke's going to repair the windscreen washer jets while I do the tremendously complex job of cleaning the paint off the windows. Do you need the wee heat gun to take that off? Or you got it off?
What off?
That plastic off that?
Don't know. No, I'm going to use it later.
Cigarette lighter. Here. Cigarette lighter here. Beside the radio too.
What car is the radio code for?
A cigarette lighter, not light too many cigarettes. How are you getting on?
Don't know. Haven't seen one that's not been completed.
So I was thinking you just put a T on there. Yeah? That's not long enough. That was long enough. You could have been over.
No.
I thought that was long enough. Yeah. Just a T on there, and then one of the T going that way, one that way, and then another over there, and that's it. That not work?
Was it in here? Was it in the gap?
I have no idea.
You took it out.
Well, you would really think it was looking at that, wouldn't you?
On ahead.
So putting the wing mirror on.
Same as it.
Don't know. It's really taking shape now. That is cool. So you're going to the MOT with your good BMW?
Yep.
Wedding day car? Whoopie doo. So I just thought I would take the open scandal out to have a little look at our work and what I think of this spoiler in the back and how the colours matching up and so forth and so on. I have to say, I think it's cool, really cool for a little car. I mean, when them seats and stuff are cleaned up, I mean, this car is really worth saving because it's just so special, being the colour it is and the specification it is. I mean, it's not fancy by any means, but it's just different in a Citroen sort of a way. And I just thought I'd take a look at it and give you a look at it and see what you think. I mean, I thought about just sanding the wheels down and painting them black, because black and yellow goes well. But this car didn't come with alloy wheels. It didn't come with black wheels. It came with hubcaps, and I think I'll just paint the wheels black, sand them down, coat them with some Kursk, and that'll treat the rust, and get a good coat of brushed Tamarite onto it. I think when you brush it on, it just seems to bite better, get a better coverage on it, and put the hubcaps on it, where it come from. I mean, a set alloy wheels would be nice. 3-stud alloy wheels. They're hard to come by, and I don't know if they're going to add anything to it. We've got brand new tyres on the car. What type are they? They are Lorraine or Lutheran. Well, that's a print. I've heard of that. At least it's not the Happy Days or something. But I just thought I'd take it out, drive it out, and give you a look at it. See what you think at this stage. Definitely looking cool. Need to watch here now. I've ordered off eBay new clips for this doorstep, and I've seen a company that may be able to replicate the open scandal badge that goes on that. So that would be cool, because that badge, it just is for this car, and it makes that stand out for us anyway. I mean, it's 3D. It's not just somebody has. I thought originally somebody had just, threw them letters on any old way, but whenever you look at it closely, it's actually 3D. And we need to get the door card on, get the interior clean. We've got a problem with the airbag light, which we need to address. These seats are so cool with the zip and all. I mean, they've went to so much bother to make this car Citroen-esque, and it's definitely coming there. It's coming together really, really nicely. Putting the door lock in is going to be fun. That'll be easy, won't it, girl? Super easy. Sorry, yeah, I'll do my best. So that's it. We're coming together well. So today, what we intend to do is get the lock on this door, get the speaker set into the door and secured, and press on and get this nearly finally finished classic finished. I mean, how many know nearly's not good enough? Nearly doesn't get you out and driving and enjoying this car. I mean, we have to not give up. We have to keep going. And certainly it's great to have got to this position, but this position is not our destination. Our ultimate vision and ultimate goal is to enjoy these classic cars, to drive them. I mean, an old saying for a farmer is, well, it's not eating any grass. And suppose with a modern car, I mean, you go into a dealership and buy any modern car that's either new or a year or two old. I mean, it's just the money's just falling out of it every day. At least, I suppose, one of the real positive things with a classic car is, unless you're really stupid and spend silly money on one, you can buy a classic car and enjoy it, and it's not going to lose you a lot of money. In fact, some of them even might, be an investment essentially. But that's not what we're doing it for. We're doing it to fulfill our vision, to enjoy driving these classic cars when we like to, and therefore we're going to press on and get this one finished. I mean, today is the 14th of April 2025, and I've just watched in the early hours, well, 12 last night or something like that, 20 past 12. Rory McIlroy, after all these years, finally win the US Masters. What an inspiration the guy was. I mean, he just didn't turn up there as a golfer and win the Masters. I mean, he trained for it, he practiced for it, he dreamed it. He had a vision, he had a goal, he had an aspiration. He had so many disappointments, but the key to Rory McIlroy's success was, number one, he had a dream. And his dream was to see himself put that green jacket on and hold that trophy up. And number two, he had a never give up. He just wouldn't give up. He refused to lie down. He refused to quit. And I mean, he had many opportunities, many disappointments. And he didn't just get there by pure brilliance in golf. I mean, if it was going to be just pure brilliance in golf, he would have won it many times. I mean, it took determination. It took bravery. I mean, immense bravery. Given the many failures that he had, he kept on going. So I'm just so happy for him, so inspired by Rory's never quit attitude. And I just wish him well, the kid. You know, the first European to win a Grand Slam in golf. What an achievement. And many congratulations to Rory. And you know, now that he's got, to me it was like a monkey on his back, because he failed at it 14 years ago as a kid. And if you look back at those videos, he was only a very young guy. And he should have won it then, essentially. But he blew up on the final round. We're not going to blow up on the final bit of this Final Finish Classic. We're going to get it done, and we're going to enjoy it. And we're going to do a road trip. And the road trip is going to be through the Mourne Mountains and around the beautiful County Down coast in Northern Ireland. And we're going to show you some of the nice things to see here in this part of the UK and Ireland. So enjoy the video. As I said, I'm going to work in this tremendously easy lock to work on. I mean, I've had all sorts of things go through my head. You can't do that because, you know, this is locks, and locks are not for just ordinary people. Locks are for super professionals. Well, irrespective of whether locks are for super professionals or ordinary people, I'm going to do it. Now, this is the old door of this car, and we didn't refit it because, as I said at the time, it's full of body fillers. It's been tremendously badly resprayed. I mean, by the looks of it, it's been off many times. All these bits of duct tape here instead of what should be there. And we have a lovely brand new, well, not brand new, but as good a new door on our Citroen Saxo open scandal. But the thing about this door is, what lives in this door is this lock. And this lock matches the key that turns ignition on our car. So I suppose the easy thing would have been to do get the key of the donor car and just put an extra key on your key ring, and I suppose that would have worked. But what we have decided to do is the much trickier task is of taking this lock out of this door and putting it into our new door. So I'm going to work at that now. I'm going to see how I get on. Now, from memory, when we took the other door off, we have to pop this rubber grommet out. Then we press something in which releases this. And then something falls down into the middle of the door, into the guts of it, that you can't find. And then I suppose my thinking is, how on earth do you get that bit refitted, if you can even find it? Which will probably take a magnet. So, on this occasion, on this door, given this door is in tremendously poor shape, I was thinking of sacrificing this bit of this door by cutting it out with the grinder, with the, you know, the 4-inch
cutter tooler and getting a better look at what I'm pressing and making sure that the bit that comes out to release the lock, the key turning bit, the cylinder if you like, can be refitted, sort of know it better so that I can offer it up to the door on that's now on the Saxo and fit it and have it successful. So let's see how we're going to get on at that. So this has to be unclipped out of this. So that'll be easy. So after deciding not to cut this door open to get a better access and a better look at this lock, I subsequently changed my mind and decided it'd be best to. And the first thing I noticed was this rubber here. I thought it was actually, couldn't see clearly, it was folded down in here and I thought it was a piece of metal and you couldn't get at that lock, but now you can. So it gives me a whole better look at how we're going to put this on. This part, this wire has fallen out of my lock in the car. So I need to figure out what's the best way to take that out of that. I can put a bit of light on it here. If I can take that wire out of that brass, fitting up there, and keep it on this actual cylinder, that might be work. So I'll try that. When I originally took this lock off, that little bar that hooks onto the cylinder should not have fallen off. There's a little grommet in there that's supposed to hold that in, but unfortunately it didn't hold mine in, so I can't get the rubber grommet in without going the whole palaver. I've taken the handles off and they're held on by two large pop rivets that are unobtainable. There's some strange setup instead of putting screws or something in it. So therefore, what I've done is, for today, I've put some black windscreen bond on to hold that in, and hopefully there's enough play in it to actually still cause this door lock to work. Failing that, the handles are going to have to come out. So, to fit this cylinder is simple. However, the rod that goes from the cylinder to the lock fell off mine, and I couldn't get it to stay on. So thank the Lord for windscreen bond and for the wisdom to put it on, to hold it in place until such times as I got the lock back in, and that's it back in. So happy. I mean, it didn't have to be that difficult, but when that little rod comes off, unless you can hold it up in place there, it's going to be really hard. And that is our lock in place. So praise the Lord for that help. Does the door open with this new cylinder in it, and with me taking the lock apart and screwing it back together again? And the answer is yes. But will it open from the inside? And the answer is yes. But one thing we never done, and I haven't tried it yet, is check this key. Does it lock this door? With this cylinder in it, which I took out of the door that originally come with this car. But what we don't know is that the original cylinder? Is it the original door? Was the door replaced at another stage? I mean, it had been slightly damaged and dented, and we don't know. But we're going to find out right now. So will this key lock this door? And the answer is yes! So, praise the Lord for that. Definitely could have been easier. I mean, if that little rod
hadn't fallen off. That there. It would have been so much easier, but it fell off because the little rubber sleeve or plastic sleeve that held it on had actually perished. So it was impossible to get the cylinder in, because every time you went to fit the cylinder, this fell out, and you couldn't put it on the cylinder and then put this in. There just wasn't access. So, a little bit of windscreen bond, an hour's waiting, and there you go. We've got the door working, and it can't fall out now because of the position it's in. It's twisted in one way and twisted in the other way into the cylinder and the lock, and it's going to stay there. But, I mean, if I was going to do it again, it'd be a lot simpler. I'd take a lot more time taking the cylinder out, because I may have been a bit wicked getting the cylinder disconnected. I don't know. It may have been perished. But so happy to have that lock done. I mean, locks and stuff are all sort of like smoke and mirrors. You know, it's a specialised trade. I'm not a specialist by any means. And praise God for the wisdom to do it. So the plan today is that I've taken the wheels off the good Citroen, and I'm going to give them a good coat of yellow paint. Not really. Black, hammerite, durable, brushed on paint after I wire brush them, and paint them with Kursk anti-rust hammerite product that sort of converts rust, makes it go like a bluey colour, just to try and preserve them for a little while. I mean, I suppose it would be nice to get 3-stud alloy wheels, but, you know, they're not really obtainable, and if they are obtainable, they're going to cost stupid money. And I don't think they're going to make that big a difference to this good car. So that's the plan. So why not watch me as I do it in time lapse? I'm going to sand them with the angle grinder, and then I'm going to paint them with Kursk, and I'm going to have a nice durable black finish on them. Wheels are coming on. We're very rusty. Just letting this Kursk do its stuff before we give them a coat of hammerite. Really tidies it up. I mean, there's a lot of rust come off them with the wire brush. Didn't take that long. Half an hour, somewhere there. But I think when you put this stuff on, it's necessary to paint over it the same day. I think it's within 3 hours or something. But so I'm just painting these wheels with some of my smooth hammerite. I'm going to put a good old slap of it on. I don't know if slap's a word for putting on paint in the UK mainland, but here in Northern Ireland, it's quite a common word. I mean, people would say it was a big slap of rain last night. Well, I'm going to put a big slap of hammerite, on this, on these steel rims. You make them a little bit more durable. Do you like my plastic elasticated wheel trim painting method? I first seen Ben doing this on Tasty Classics. I really enjoy watching Ben on Tasty Classics. Like, he comes across as a pretty ordinary lad. Well, not tremendous ability, but he has great ability, really. And he's very methodical sometimes when he's trying to get some yokes going, some cars going that have been sitting in a shade or a garage or in a field for years and years and years. And his programs really are, I find them very entertaining. Inspirational sort of guy, and a humble sort of a guy. And some of the things he's done, he made a few pound, and that's great. But when he made a few pound, I'm pretty sure he bought his mum a motor car. And around Christmas time, he was very generous with local charities and stuff. So I think it's a good idea, actually, with guys like that, to support them. I haven't actually bought any of his merchandise or anything, but I should, and I believe I will. And he runs some raffles for cars and stuff, and he's obviously done reasonably well. But he's fulfilling his dream, and I think that's amazing. He's doing what he really wanted to do, and he's sort of an inspiration. So, if you haven't watched Ben and Tasty Classics, check him out. Meanwhile, I'm just going to enjoy methodically painting these steel wheels that nobody really wants, but I quite like them. I mean, I thought it was interesting lately. I've seen some Land Rover Discovery 3s driving about, no longer with their 22-inch alloy wheels, but what they found out that actually fits them is brand new Defender steel rims, where somebody buys a brand new Defender, comes in steel rims, and they swap them for some big idiotic alloy wheel, and then they're left with, I suppose, a steel rim that they don't want, and they flip them on Facebook Marketplace or something. And these Discoveries are now running around in cream coloured limestone or whatever it is steel wheels, and they actually look really cool. So steel wheels is something that I actually quite like, and therefore I'm going to paint these up, and I believe they'll look good. So that's it from Finally Finished Classics this week. I hope you enjoyed the show, the channel, or whatever you want to call it. It didn't quite get as far as I had hoped to. I mean, Michelle Mouton isn't here to test drive this car. We maybe need to get the handbrake a wee bit tighter for her. And it's not completely completed. I mean, it's very nearly completed. I mean, we're waiting for some parts. We're having some difficulty with the airbag system and the steering wheel. I'm going to have to investigate that. There's a module under the dash somewhere that probably needs replaced. I mean, this airbag has went off at the time because this car had light collision at the front, as you know from watching previous episodes of this channel. But it certainly does look really nice. And I mean, when it gets cleaned up, it's going to look real special. I'll just take you around and finally show you where we're at, give you a wee tour of how the car looks. And then that's it. I appreciate you watching. I'm being overwhelmed by how many people have subscribed. I mean, it's not many, but look, we didn't start off with this here with any super high expectation, given the fact that we never done it before, given the fact that we're not professionals. You know, what we could do, anybody could do, because we just sort of learned as we went, picked things up on YouTube, picked things up on forums, and got help from people. And we are where we are, thank the Lord. And thanks for watching again, and enjoy our little tour of where we're at, and look forward to seeing you on the next time, where we have fully intend to put this car through an MOT test, to have it cleaned up by KD Classic Cars, and have it looking super well, and then finally getting Michelle Mouton over here to give us to see what her thoughts are on this car, and give it a little bit of a test drive. Well, it's not really Formula One, is it? But this is it. Getting there, very close. And this is a problem. If you know anybody that can give us one of these push-in badges that say that would be great. I mean, there are companies that do them on eBay. They'll do everyone except for this one, because this one is actually super rare, this car, to be an open scandal with the interior and that it's got. I tell you what, does that not look good? The spoiler, very cool. And don't forget the yes badge. And
That's it. See you next time.